Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one is entitled Planet X, Pieces of Dead Planets and Chemtrails. Now, it has been widely publicized that material falling out of the sky contains desiccated blood, bacteria, and mold spores, which are all of organic origin, in addition to nanoparticle aluminum and barium. And you may look at my book 5 entitled Chemtrails, the Silent Killer for more details. The organic compounds do not always seem to be present, but the aluminum and barium do. The presence of this organic matter has up to now been attributed to the evil intentions of the powers that be, who seem to want the world's population to get sick and die a slow death, and who thus add bacteria and viruses to their chemtrail concoctions now and then. However, the fact that the powers that be would also be exposing themselves to disease by adding bacteria, viruses, and desiccated blood to aerosols makes such an explanation unlikely. And here's a photograph of a plane spreading aerosols, and here you see the aftermath of those aerosols. They disperse into these straight line clouds. You can see a normal plane there flying without, it's not leaving any trails behind, but obviously the chemtrails had just gone through the sky and had left all these trails. Now, the understanding that Planet X dust is continuously coming into the Earth's atmosphere and that the amount of dust coming in has greatly increased in recent years, most likely as a result of the Sun losing its ability to emit light, which then attracted many more of the Planet X system stellar cores to Earth, provides another possible explanation for the presence of organic compounds within the dust that continuously rains down on the Earth's surface. And you may look at article 456 entitled Sandstorm in China, Planet X dust entering atmosphere increasing, article 480 entitled The Dark Sun and Planet X now entering Earth's atmosphere in large numbers, and article 500 The Sun is no longer shining review. It is likely that these organic compounds actually come in with the Planet X debris or Planet X dust that is continuously coming into the Earth's atmosphere. Planet X system stellar cores hover in the Sun's corona without colliding with the Sun. Any object obeying normal gravitational laws, in other words Kepler's laws, coming this close to a huge object like the Sun would be expected to collide with it and never leave the Sun again. But these objects are able to traverse the Sun using inside the Sun's corona at a much lower speed than the Sun's escape velocity, as well as actually hover in the Sun's corona without colliding with the Sun. The reason for that is that they are dead celestial objects. They are energy depleted. Energy is associated to the strength of the gravitational interaction. And you may look at article 210 entitled Stellar Core Gravity, Tidal, and G is not constant for more details. This can also be described in terms of the objects having too low a gravitational potential, i.e. much lower gravitational potential than solar matter of the same density. They have the same gravitational energy as matter, which exists in the Sun's atmosphere or corona. In other words, it has very low density and can only exist in the gaseous phase. The same thing occurs when these objects enter the Earth's atmosphere. They are as dense as matter found within the body of the Earth, i.e. rock, but have the gravitational potential of gaseous matter. So they remain in the Earth's atmosphere until they have absorbed enough energy to reach the surface. And as you may see, these are these stellar cores here in the Sun's corona, in the Sun's atmosphere. They can hover in the Sun's atmosphere without colliding with the Sun, which would be impossible if this was a normal solar system object. Because a normal solar system object, say a moon, a planet from the solar system, would be attracted to the center of the Sun and would quickly collide with it. You can see another one here. You can clearly see it's a three-dimensional object there. These are the Planet X system stellar cores. And this one, I think, was about half the size of Jupiter. This one was perhaps a little smaller than that. So some of these, the larger ones, would be stars. There have been some observed that are actually much larger than the sun. So these are the cores of what was left of once a living star. But it's now a dead star, so it's just the core of the star and a debris field around it. And the same thing happens with the smaller ones, except they are dead planets instead of dead stars. Now here you see another one in the sun's corona, and this one is attracting atmosphere from the sun to itself. You can see it attaching to the object here, clearly a three-dimensional object. And this one is in the Earth's atmosphere. You can clearly see it's a spherical object. It's partially covered in cloud, and this is because they attract water molecules, and therefore clouds cover them. This one is not completely covered. You can see part of it there. And you may look at article 410 entitled Planet X Inside the Earth's Atmosphere for more details. Now, so when they come into the Earth's atmosphere, they remain suspended in the atmosphere because they have the gravitational energy of matter that's usually on Earth only found within the atmosphere. So they remain suspended in the atmosphere. Gravitational potential of matter increases as you move down towards the center of the planet. So you have the densest matter will have the greatest amount of gravitational energy because it's associated with the protons that have much more mass and much more gravitational energy than other matter like electrons. Electrons are different. Their gravitational potential actually increases as you move towards the upper atmosphere. But here we're looking at matter, which is mainly made up of protons. So this is dense enough. It'll be like rock, which on Earth is usually found within the Earth, but it comes from a dead planet, so it has low gravitational energy and therefore will hover, will remain suspended in the Earth's atmosphere until it absorbs energy. And it absorbs energy by absorbing light. It absorbs energy from the water cloud that forms around it if it is positively charged. The water is attracted to it because the object is positively charged. The interior of the Earth is positively charged. And if this matter originated in a part of the planet that was positively charged, so in the interior it would be positively charged, and you would attract a cloud. But if it's from the surface, it will be neutral, so it won't attract a cloud. And so we would be able to see it as it would look like a rock suspended in the Earth's atmosphere, a normal rock. And this is what happens to the planet. So if you have a normal planet with a core and outer layers of rock, it may have a liquid layer of molten rock around the core like the Earth has, and then finally it has an atmosphere that's made of low density material. And when the planet died, it turned into this: a stellar core with very low gravitational energy and a debris field with even less gravitational energy around it. So you may look at article 455 entitled Dying Stars Lose Their Planets and Become Stellar Cores or Comets. Since the Planet X debris coming into the Earth's atmosphere is actually pieces of broken planets, it should not be surprising that if there were animals on those planets, their remains would be amongst those pieces of broken planets, and that therefore the presence of organic matter, including dried blood and blood cells in material which seems to be coming from the sky, actually comes from the Planet X system debris rather than from chemtrails. It would therefore seem that the global chemtrail program may not just make Planet X system objects which may emit light more difficult to see, but also hide the fact that a huge quantity of Planet X dust is now coming into the atmosphere, so that the increased number of certain compounds accumulating on the surface, as well as organic compounds, can be attributed to the chemtrails rather than the true cause, which is the Planet X system stellar cores coming to Earth in increasing numbers. So in conclusion, it seems likely that the organic material raining down on the surface of the planet Earth is not part of the chemtrails that are being sprayed in the atmosphere, but is rather a part of the Planet X dust, which is continuously coming into the atmosphere, and that the chemtrail program started at the end of 1997, had as one of its aims hiding the truth behind the increased amount of Planet X dust that was about to start entering the Earth's atmosphere due to more of these objects being expected to come to Earth as a result of the Sun's critical state of weakness. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.